Hi, this is Lee. I'm introducing you to setting up a Google site today, and this will allow you to create all sorts of different sites. This one is going to be basically how to set up a learning management system, and from there you'll be able to adapt that to use as a portfolio or a portfolio for your students, or a way of sharing work with others around you. And it could be a resource for your classes. As with all Google apps, the benefit is that you can collaborate on the same site, and you can share with as many people or keep it as private as you wish. You can keep the pages private, you can keep the whole site private if you wish. So go ahead and good luck with your project. So the first step is to sign into your Gmail, and once you've done that, your picture should come up if you've uploaded one, and all of your apps. Now these 9 squares here, click on that and it'll open up all the apps that you have access to, and so you need to choose sites. You possibly won't have all of these other sites here, as these are ones that I've already made, but you will have a sign that says create, so press on that one. And generally start with a blank template and name your site. So for instance, if it is your science class, you might like to call it, I'm going to call mine LH Science, and I'm choosing a blank template, and I've got to write in that capture word TEDNESSE, I think. And the site I've chosen is not available, so I need to change the name. LH Science is not available, so maybe I'll write L Himes Science and press enter. Yes, it's creating your site. You can see up the top there, creating my site. And so here's the first page, and it looks pretty blank. So that's what you start with, a blank template, and away you go. If you want to edit this page, you press the edit page pen, which is at the top there. So say I have decided I'm going to call it my home page, I'm going to call it my landing page, and I'm just going to say this site is for my year 10 science class. And once I've done that, I can save. I might decide I want to just put a picture in, so I'll go back to the edit button and insert an image. And I will upload an image for this particular one. So here it is, click on it to select it and say OK. And there it is, loaded onto that landing page. So I can make it smaller. It's at the original size. I'm going to make it small, and I'm just going to, I want to wrap the text around it, so I'll press, it's got the wrap on. This site is for my year 10 science class. I will add resources soon. Alright, and don't forget to save. Alright, so you've made your first page. It's not very exciting yet, so what you need to do perhaps is add a new page. So click on that button there, and I'm going to call this page, perhaps I'm going to call it Astronomy. And I'm going to make it in a web page template, but right here is where you can select announcements, a file cabinet, or a list. So if you've got a to-do list, choose list. If you want to upload a lot of files, and I don't recommend that you do upload a lot of files because it fills up your space of 100 megabytes very quickly. However, you can link, do lots of links and embedding, and that doesn't take up space. An announcements page is kind of like a blog, where the one at the top is the latest announcement, and you can edit and put the class announcements up, for instance. In this instance, I'm just going to use a web page. I just want it to show the resources for astronomy on this page. And don't forget, click Create. And so now I have another page. I've got the landing page and I've got the astronomy page. So I want to jazz up this astronomy page, and I think the best way of doing that is to embed a YouTube. And I've been to YouTube and I've found a really good solar system video. Now I can just take the link and put a link into the page, but that doesn't make it look very pretty and doesn't grab the student attention. So instead I press the share button and I choose embed. Now just by right clicking and copying that embed code, I can now go back to my astronomy page, edit that page, and because I've got code this time I'm going to press the HTML. And I'm going to add after that first sentence that I've got the code pasted in for the YouTube video and pop it in there. Now you'll see it just pops up as a light coloured frame there. I might even change the size of it because I think that's not going to fill that window up very much. So I can actually click on that, go back to the settings, and you can see the video size is there, and I might try and make it bigger, say about 640. Might even include a border and maybe even include this title which says the solar system. I'll pop that in there and save it. Now you can see it's filled up a bit more now, and I might even center it so that it's not sitting over to the left there. And once I've popped it in there, you can you can just see the frame of it, and now click Save. Once you click Save, you can see you have the whole video embedded in there, and that's a great way to grab students' attention as soon as they hit that page. So now I'm going to show you how to make a page a little bit more interesting by adding a bit more to the layout. So if we click on Add a New Page, and say for example I'm going to call this one Plant Life. This is my new subject. It's just going to be a web page again. Create it. It's creating the page, and this time it's opened up the editing pane, and I'm going to insert a table because that will give me 3 columns in which I can work. Now this time I could embed a video into one of those spaces. I could put pictures in one and I could put text in one. So up to you how you lay your page out, but by having a table like this, it allows you to be a bit more flexible. So text in here, and I'll just write lots of funny text. In this one I'm going to put a video. I've found a video that I want to put into this middle section, so away I go into the HTML section again. And you can see it's got all sorts of bits and pieces there, but that's not too scary. We're just going to place the embed code at the bottom. Now I've gone to this YouTube called Bill Nye the Science Guy. I've got the embed code, I've copied it, and I'm going back into the HTML box and I'm going to pop it into the bottom there, paste, and update it. Now you can see that the YouTube has gone down here, and so that's not a problem. I can actually grab it and stick it into that column there where I want it. Now because of the size of it, it's pushing this other column over a bit, so I can once again go into the settings and I can actually possibly make it a bit smaller than what it says there. I'll probably try for a 300 by a 250. One page wide is about 900. So I'm going to make it a wee bit smaller. I'm going to write Bill Nye, the Science Guy, and include that, and not a border at this stage, and just save it. And you can see it's got a lot smaller. Going up the top there, there's a bit of a gap, so I'll just delete that and save it. Now let's have a look at what it looks like. Got Bill Nye the Science Guy, and in my questions at the side here, what I could do is go in and give some instructions to the students. So back to the editing and say, watch this video and take notes using video notes in Google Drive. Share your notes with your partner, and then make a poster which summarizes the main points of this video. So there's an instruction for the students to do, and it involves a bit of creativity as well. They've got to watch the video and save. So you can see that this page is a little bit squeezed up. What I'm going to do is just show you how to change the layout of your page so that you don't have your headings over here on this side, but you have them at the top. So what I do for this is go to the settings wheel and go down to edit the site layout. That will open this page, which shows you your pages down the side there, but it'll also open up the top this space to edit the layout. And we've got a sidebar, and so I'm going to take the sidebar off by just clicking it, and you can see that they have disappeared, and I'm going to press horizontal navigation instead. So that will mean that the titles come across the top. Now you can see that automatically not all pages have been added, so I need to click on the landing page, and up there it will say that the landing page is showing, but I need to add the other pages that I've made, the astronomy page, and also add a page, the plant life page. Okay, now it may be that I want to reorder them or make them sub-pages or so on, and I can do that using these wee buttons at the side, but just save that. Okay, and you can see that they have popped up there in the titles, so close that window, and now your site looks a lot more a lot wider than it was before. When I click on the plant life page, you can see that it actually fills up that room a lot more, and I can go back in and edit that page, because remember, my 3 columns are not exactly filling this page up. I can move my YouTube video over into the far column just by resizing and leaving my instruction in that side, and so when I save it, it will look a lot more professional.